This is Scott Welch, Muscle Insider Magazine. We're here with Dan Kennedy, co-owner of SupplementSource.ca, the man, the myth, the legend. Can't wait to review PVL's DOMIN8. That's it. This is an exciting one. This one just dropped, and I'd have to say, out of all the reviews we've done, this is the newest product that we've reviewed, because we usually review products in the past that have been around a little bit, but this one is almost right off the line. So I'm excited to review this. When did you guys get this on the Supplement Source website?
As soon as they launched it, we had it. Like our rep, Stephanie, our IFBB pro, Stephanie Worsfield, is really good at keeping us up to date on what's going on with PVL. And as soon as they had wind of it and it was getting ready to be launched, she was knocking at our door. Are you guys going to bring it in? And of course, we're going to bring it in. It's PVL, right? So.
Awesome. Let me start by telling people at home a little bit about PVL. This is a Canadian-owned company, been around for over 20 years, and they're the sister company to Mutant. A lot of people know Mutant, a huge brand, but this is a sister company to that. They also have another brand, natural brand called North Coast Naturals. They have Way Gourmet. They have another one called Rep Life. But this is a sister company to those brands, and they're more focused on sport and athletes, different cross-functional sports that you see them on. So really clean ingredients, really, you know, you're not going to find anything sketchy in these products, but that doesn't mean they're not effective. It just means that this is just obviously a different focus than what you get with Mutant. But the one thing that's common with any PVL product or Mutant product is amazing taste. These guys, out of every company in the industry, there's some great ones out there that do flavor, but these guys really do flavor well. I remember back in the day, you and I at the CHV show, when they launched that Way Gourmet back in the day, with like 9 flavors off the bat. And
totally unheard of on the Canadian marketplace. Like, you just never would see that many flavors from one protein company. So it was pretty, it was innovative, and all the flavors taste great. So.
Yeah, so it's, I mean, if you're going to take supplements as often as we do, and a website like you have, where you're always selling so many different types of consumers, different supplements, you got to enjoy them. At the end of the day, I mean, we'll all obviously plug our nose and pull the Rocky Balboa with the raw eggs, but if you can enjoy a pre-workout like this, then it just makes it that much more likely that you're gonna enjoy using it. So going forward now, obviously a Canadian-owned company, they have 2 divisions. So one is the Gold Series side. So you can see ISO Gold. They've got EAA BCA Complete, which we just did a post today about their new Mortal Kombat-inspired flavor. And then we've got the Keto Boom for those people who want BHB salts. So maybe you're following a ketogenic diet. Glutamine Gold Plus, which has got a probiotic inside that, as well as the glutamine. So really cutting edge stuff. And then on the other side is their Performance Series. And that's a lot of single ingredient products, very clean formulas, and more of a natural focus on that. But that's sort of more for the people who are drug tested and are just looking for things that are more foundational. So that's how the 2 products differentiate. But most important thing to talk about is this. There we go. The DOMIN8. Okay, so Dan, I want you to cover, for those people out there, I noticed on the label, I see take half a scoop or take a full scoop. What the heck is up with that?
I like that option when vendors do that. I did put a piece up. I like it. I did put a piece up on our website, if you check our blogs, about scoops, and basically companies are really handcuffed when they make their products. But a half a scoop serving or a full scoop. Now, I think what the reason behind that is that a full scoop's going to have quite a bit of caffeine in it. Nothing crazy, but some people are ultra sensitive to caffeine. So I like what PVL's done. They've actually given you the option of going half a scoop or a full scoop, and they've got a nice breakdown of the half scoop or full scoop. Now, myself, I'm going to take a full scoop just because I'm so desensitized to caffeine as it is now. So I would definitely.
His receptors are fried.
They are, yeah. Adrenal glands, what are they? You know what I mean? So anyways, DOMIN8 for sure. I'm going with a full scoop every time. And if you go with a full scoop, you're going to get 20 servings per container. If you do the half scoop, obviously it's going to be 40. And that works out, like, I think right now we have it on the site for $54.95. That's the minimum advertised price at that PVL has set for everyone in the marketplace. And what that does is it works out to $2.75 per serving if you're doing a full scoop, or $1.37 if you're doing 40 scoops and you're trying to budget yourself, or you're a little stim sensitive or caffeine sensitive. A little bit higher price than a Timmy's, nowhere near the price of a Starbucks. So I think you're in pretty good hands with PVL. The pricing's right.
Yeah, I mean, but we can't really compare it fairly to Tim Hortons coffee, because we're going to get the formula here, and you're not just getting a caffeine fix. There's 360 milligrams of caffeine makes up a full scoop, but we're going to get down to that. But we're talking about performance here.
I'm sure you've seen the guys in the gym with the Timmy's cup, and you're just like, what are you doing, dude? Like, get some Dominate, like, you know, up your game a little bit here.
I know. Okay, so look, going back in the label here, we're going to break down the formula here. The one thing that stood out on this product right away was 8 grams of citrulline malate. A lot of companies, you see them chincing a bit with 4 grams, or they may go up to 6 grams, 8 grams. I've seen one company do 10 gram, but I like this as 8 grams, and there's really no need to go beyond 8, because there's only so much benefit of increasing nitric oxide that you're going to get from taking 8 grams of citrulline malate. And what I like about this is they complemented it with 500 milligrams of nitrogen, which is the branded ingredient that increases nitric oxide as well. So they kind of have a two-pronged approach to increasing nitric oxide. So you're going to get better blood flow. And because it's citrulline bound to malic acid, which is the malate form, you're getting a Krebs cycle intermediate that's going to go through the Krebs cycle and increase ATP. Basically, going to give you more muscle, or more energy, for your workout, your performance, etc. Moving that along, we talked about 360 milligrams of caffeine. They use 2 sources. So sources they use is the anhydrous. That's the fastest absorbing caffeine that you can use. The second one to that is the caffeine citrate. Another Krebs cycle intermediate. The citrate's going to actually time release a little bit slower. And the reason why PVL did this, remember, these guys are a sports brand. So they're looking at athletes that are competing in athletic competitions where you may not, like you and I, we love to bodybuild, we love to lift iron, so we want it to hit right away in the first 30 minutes. But for someone like PVL, a brand that's working with competitive athletes, they want it to hit quick, but also to last. Could be the second period, third period, etc. So obviously, we want this product to sort of not hit fast and have you crash. So they kind of have that 2-stage approach for the caffeine dose. Beyond that, they've got nootropics like lion's mane in here, very, very popular ingredient. Huperzine A, 1% on that. I think that huperzine is at 10 milligrams. Very powerful stuff. Tyrosine, 600 milligrams. And they go theanine. And the theanine is going to help take the edge off of caffeine, because sometimes you can get a little bit jittery. And if you're trying to catch a football, you're trying to play golf or any of these different sports, you want to have your hands not shaking and you know, twitching and things like that, that you kind of have to have that hand-eye coordination. So you don't want to be too sketched out and having that anxiety feeling that you get. And we all know what that feeling is like. It's great when you're trying to do bodybuilding workout, etc. But when you need to perform in a sport, you don't want to obviously have that. So smart that they've done that. And they also talked to me a bit about how that they want the nootropics to kind of help in time, because right away your mind might be focused in the first period, but as the game goes on, you kind of hit this mental block that you sort of hit. And if you're not on, say, a ketogenic diet where you kind of can keep your brain's energy levels a bit stable, then sometimes you get a mental fatigue. So they've got a variety of sources of the nootropics, and the aim of that is obviously to help keep the mental acuity steady and consistent throughout the game. So
it's a control focus, Scott. It's a control focus. So like you had mentioned about not being sketchy and stuff like that, it's their formula is designed to be a controlled focus, so that you're always in control of your game, in control of where your hands are. You're not, like you said, sketched out, all that kind of stuff. So they've done a good job.
Awesome. 3.2 grams of beta-alanine. I always get a laugh when I turn the label on a product and I see 2 grams of beta-alanine, or I see 1.6 grams. If you look at the research, it was 3.2 grams was the research. There's actually other research that shows 6.4 And then there's actually a study that was done on 12.8 grams of beta-alanine. And this is going to buffer lactic acid. The trouble with it is the itching that you get if you take too much. But with beta-alanine, you got to use it every day to help build up that level of beta-alanine in your body. And it actually it converts over to carnosine. So the carnosine levels are actually going to increase, but it's like creatine. You've got a load on that. So it sounds counterintuitive, but you want to take a pre-workout if you could like this every day, because you're going to build your beta-alanine levels up, your carnosine levels up in the muscle, and that's going to help you get better performance from your workout. But you know, if you look at the label and you see 2 grams of beta-alanine or 1.8 or all these weird numbers, there's no research backing the number that they're coming out with. They're looking truly at you know, just rounding it up or rounding it down. But these guys went with the research dose, which is awesome to see at the 3.2. Two things.
And I'll tell you one thing about their beta-alanine, Scott, and I don't mean to interrupt.
No.
I've used a lot of beta-alanine from different companies, and PVL is pretty much always my go-to one. I feel it. You know, like as soon as I start taking it, and it's not a delay, it's like not half an hour and I'm feeling the beta-alanine. I'm feeling it almost within a minute. I can feel it in my lips, that type of thing. So I know that it's kicking in and it's working.
Yeah, if you touch beta-alanine, you don't feel it start to itch or burn, that burning sensation, then you know you have something that perhaps is not meeting label claim on it. So that's a definite giveaway. You want that flushing feeling because that's one of the side effects that beta-alanine happens to have. So good product. The other thing, the couple things here that's worth mentioning is the electrolytes. They use the pink Himalayan sea salt, and then they use aquamin. And aquamin is a really impressive ingredient. It's derived from a coral. It contains all of the electrolytes that your body needs to, you know, obviously buffer acids, improve the acid-base balance in your body, helping with electron transport in terms of nootropic or nervous system signals. Look at me, I'm getting nervous just talking about this. But basically helps you prevent the cramping up and things like that if you're on the field. And when you're sweating more, and you're training more, you're going to obviously have electrolytes are going to be critical, but they've obviously put them in there so that as the game goes on, they're replacing those electrolytes with the Himalayan sea salt and the aquamin. Last point I'll mention on this, well, 2 points. No artificial dyes. Phenomenal here. A lot of people, you see that neon color of your pre-workout or your BCAAs. What these guys have done, PVL has went the no artificial dyes, and that's why the colors, which we'll show you today, are a little not so neon, which is what you might see with a typical pre-workout. They went with a more of a natural approach, which I think is kind of cool. Obviously with stimulants and things like that, we're already doing a lot of damage to ourselves with taking all the different processed foods and that we're maybe eating. So if you can offset it a little bit by getting rid of some of the synthetics in your coloring, then it's obviously good for your overall health. Last point, informed choice tested. Very, very rare to find a pre-workout that is informed choice tested or NSF tested. And this is good because if you're NCAA and you're competing in that, or IOC, in your drug tested, you want to make sure that you can pass the test. And a lot of people, a lot of athletes that I've talked to, they just stay flat away from pre-workouts because they think, hey, maybe it's going to have cross-contamination with 1,3-dimethylamine, or maybe it's going to have yohimbe, or maybe it's going to have beta-phenylethylamine, or any of these different things. But you can rest assured that taking DOMIN8, it's been IC tested. So they actually go into a store, they purchase the product, they test it, and they make sure that not only what the company sent them meets or does not have banned substances, but a product that's actually in the market has it as well. And that's really a big difference because anyone can take a bottle, make it perfect, send it to a lab and get a certificate. But it's different when the company will independently buy it from the retailer. And that's really good to see. So I'm going to shut up for a little while. I get a tendency when I'm hopped up on the stims and excited about a product like I am with this, talk the ear off. So I want to let you take it over from here, Dan.
We should mention too, Scott, that this is a creatine-free formula. And I do like that because at supplementsource.ca we get asked all the time, do you have a pre-workout without creatine in it? So this is a good option for those guys that don't want creatine in their formula. And let's face it, PVL is one of the few companies that actually puts out the patented Creapure. So if you want to be one of those guys that take the DOMIN8 and add creatine to it, you can purchase the Creapure from PVL. They have that available as well.
Absolutely.
So.
For those at home, the Creapure is going to be a very pure form of creatine. You're not going to get a lot of the byproducts that happen in the manufacturing of it, and perhaps, you know, getting a less clean creatine that obviously can have health damaging effects. The Creapure is the cleanest creatine that I'm aware of, and it's good to see them, you know, using reputable brand like that. Now, listen, the fans at home, I mean, we all go to supplementsource.ca because they have great selection, but let's be honest, they've got great pricing. So what are you going to do for the fans now on a promotion here? Anything special? Because they're watching this here, Muscle Insider fans, and those people at home watching the Supplement Source page have seen us collaborate. What can you do for them, Dan?
Well, it's not on sale yet. You got to give me about 5 minutes after the video's over, after we're finished reviewing. I'll set the website up. So regular, what did we say it was? 54?
Yeah. I
think that's what we did, 54.95. So what we're going to do is we're going to let it go for $42.99. And then, but not only that, we're going to throw in a shaker. So we'll throw in a nice little PVL shaker right here, clear shaker, blue top, green flip lid. Good quality shaker. It's got a little blender thing inside. So you're going to get that, as well as you're going to get a phenomenal product at a great discount. So $42.99.
Okay, now taste test side. Let's take it through it here. Peach mango punch.
That's what you like, eh?
Then we had the tropical knockout, which will knock out your taste buds. It's delicious. Yeah. And then this one was Arctic Blue Slush. It's kind of like a blue raspberry, but a little lighter. Yeah, look at the slush on that one.
Boom.
Okay, so I got something you didn't get. These guys hooked me up with
I know, they're pretty sweet. I've been begging to get one, and I haven't got one yet.
It's a steel, solid steel, and solid gold. It's gold.
Yeah. It's nice, eh?
Okay, so they call for 1 to 2 cups of water, and this is mixed. Obviously, it's 2 cups of water if you put a full scoop in it. And it's really important for those at home, when they formulate any pre-workout or BCA, don't just eyeball it. Measure exactly what is on the label into it, because they've done the flavoring based on a certain amount of volume. If you don't put the same amount of water in, you could have it too sweet or not sweet enough, or too thin because you didn't measure it. So definitely read those little details. I wish the supplement companies would make them bigger font. I mean, I have to kick the ass of PVL. I wish they had made the font a little bigger, because I had to wear my reading glasses to see. And I don't even like admitting that I have reading glasses. But, okay, so I am going to drop in the peach mango here.
Peach mango?
And this is
we should mention too, Scott, the scoop size.
Yeah.
Like that's a good scoop. That's a good size scoop. It's not like a lot of these companies with their pre-workouts will use a very, very small scoop. And one, it's harder to measure. But not only that, typically with those small scoops, all you're getting is a stim. That's really what you're getting. Whereas, you know, like you're not going to get how much, where am I at here? Oh my gosh.
20,
how much,
well, there's 20
citrulline malate, 8 grams.
8 grams.
8 grams. You're not going to get that in a small scoop. So what they've done is they've made a good formula, and that should tell you right there. Good formula.
You know what? If for those at home, it's hard to see to sort of compare it, but there's a typical shot glass.
Oh yeah.
You know, this is, and we're going to get to the shot glass in a minute. But no, this is the highest amount of powder I've ever seen PVL do in a pre-workout, even from the Mutant brand division. I've never seen them do 26 grams of active ingredients. So phenomenal. I'm dropping this in. Now, before I get into the shaker cup, you can actually see it even comes in this branded box that they got me set up with. So definitely you got a lot to look forward to in this shaker cup. It's fantastic. So, okay, so we're going through this now, filling it up.
And that's your typical tropical. It's not like a highlight pink or anything like that. It's a light, nice muted pink, which speaks to the fact that they don't use artificial colors, artificial dyes, all that kind of stuff. So,
okay, there's a party going on. I mean, love to throw some music on here. I gotta figure out how to do that. Okay, let's get some music going on here because I gotta. Let's see here. Okay.
yeah, look at that.
Okay.
Nice.
You can see it's not quite like it's not neon colored like you'd expect for you know, like a mango peach flavor. It's light, so it's yeah, fantastic. So good.
Yeah. Nice intense flavor. It's not watered down. Very good.
Sorry, I gotta turn this off. Stop! Stop! Yeah, there we go. The party just won't stop. You see, once you start going down the DOMIN8 and you start doing shot glasses here, you know.
Who's that DJ you guys always use?
DJ Tudor.
There you go.
All right. Somebody just posted, I love Supplement Source. I love you, Supplement Source.
Thank you very much, brother.
I just spit all over my phone. Hopefully they didn't mind that. But, I mean, honestly, Dan, you started off back in the day, you were selling supplements throughout the industry. And now it's like a dream come true because you moved from selling supplements to selling supplements to the public now. What's it been like to sort of join Supplement Source and then later you buy into the company and now you're able to help people like you who are always wanting good selection, new products, and good pricing? What's it feel like to be able to fulfill that? I mean, that's a pretty cool accomplishment.
It's very stressful. No, but I love it. I love it. It's one of those jobs where, you know how people say they drag their butt to work every day. I get out of bed. I'm happy. I go do my cardio, I have my breakfast, and off to work I go. And I could stay there all night if I had to and just keep plugging away at work because I just enjoy it so much. And I know, as a guy that bought supplements for years, and you're always hunting the best deals, and at least with Supplement Source, we're your one-stop shop for the best deals, and you can go in there and you're going to get a great deal, fast delivery, great customer service. Like we just want to make everyone happy because I've been there and I've done it. Like I know. You know what I mean? I want to get the best ingredients, the best products, and Supplement Source. That's what we try to do.
Amazing. I can't get enough. This product really is delicious.
Yeah, really, it is.
Really good taste.
They did a great job. Like, yeah, PVL, like you mentioned before, Scott, the flavoring for PVL, it's, if a company doesn't have a great tasting product now, forget it. Like you're sunk. And PVL's been doing this for years, so they certainly have a handle on what they're doing there.
We used to do a lot of work with them with Muscle Insider through the Mutant brand. And they live, actually, they're about 45 minutes from my home. So I got a chance to go in and see their lab and see the manufacturing facility. Things are just state-of-the-art, ultra clean. And
I love that.
Say that I've been to a lot of different manufacturing plants. They, almost to a fault of them, take so much time on the flavor. The owner, Jim McMahon, you can look him up under Mutant CEO on Instagram. But you'll taste something, and you're like, oh, this is great, this is ready to go. And then he'll be like, a little note of a berry at the end. And you're like, you don't even taste it because obviously my taste buds aren't as refined as they are. They've been doing this a lot longer. But I feel like if there was one thing about PVL, it would be the flavors, and I would say the value. It's not the cheapest on the market, but you get what you pay for. And you and I have always said that you don't want the cheapest crap on the market. You want good price for the best products out there. And that's where I think it's a good marriage with supplementsource.ca and companies like PVL and some of the other Canadian companies, because it's a stabilized currency. You're able to pass that on to the consumer. You're getting consistent quality on that and a good value overall. And that's what all of us want. You want to make gains, but you don't want to get ripped off at the same time. And these guys put an honest product at an honest price. And I like that looking. Yeah. So out of those three, I think you said that your favorite was the Tropical Knockout.
I like the Tropical. I like them all, to be quite honest, Scott. Like I've tried them all. They're all good, but my fave is that chocolate. Is the chocolate, the tropical knockout.
Awesome. Okay, so look, we're going to recap it. DOMIN8 is going to dominate your workout. 20 servings if you go with a full scoop, 40 if you go half scoop. It's got your obviously 360 milligrams of caffeine, 8 grams of citrulline. You've got the lion's mane, you got huperzine, you got taurine, is it? I think it's taurine. Yeah, tyrosine, my mistake. The other one that works on your brain, tyrosine. And obviously, you have the anti-cramping in terms of the electrolytes that have been added. You have the bioperin, or you and I debated, is it bioperin or is it bioperin?
The only reason I say that is they use a capital P. So to me, it looks like it's bioperin, you know what I mean? But bioperin, hey, I'll take that too. I'm good with that.
I'm not going to argue. I mean, you got a degree in kinesiology and English, okay? I got nutrition, so I could tell you about the 4 food groups. But I can't how to spell. But and then you guys got a very special deal on right now. Obviously, after this interview, you're going to get the website live.
Yeah, $42.99 with a free shaker cup. And don't forget too, we do our freebie Fridays every Friday on our Instagram account. So guys, hit us up, supplementsource.ca, find us on Instagram, and enter the win, because this week we actually are giving away a DOMIN8 prize package. So you guys really want to grab this because you can try all 3 flavors in it. I think we got all 3 flavors in the prize package. So check it out. Freebie Friday, Supplement Source CA on Instagram.
And I really like that you guys upgraded your website. Big change a few months back, a lot more user-friendly. You got some great consumer reviews on there that you never had before. Easier to obviously integrate on a phone, easier to get your information, your order all processed. And you guys are leading the charge here in Canada, and it's really just been a pleasure. Total pleasure.
Yeah, it's always upgrading. Like, for example, last night, my brother's a programmer, so we actually got some calculators up on the site now. So we've got, he's working on a BMI one right now, but we got a total daily energy expenditure calculator. We also got your maximum heart rate calculator. You know, just things like that that are your 1 rep max calculator, which is great for power programs. So it's just, we want to be the source for everything for you guys. So check us out. We certainly have those options there, and we're always going to be expanding. So we've got a lot of big plans.
Hey, Dan, I don't know about you, but I can feel the itch.
Yeah, I felt it in my tongue, just that little bit I took. And I'm not ultra sensitive to beta alanine. I just know the beta alanine that PVL uses is the highest quality, and that's why you get that kick right away.
Yeah, awesome product, enjoyable, good formula, solid science behind it. Okay, so all you people, head over to supplementsource.ca, grab this PVL deal. You want to obviously take advantage of it while you can. Before PVL finds out about it, obviously.
Exactly. And then they give us a little rap on the knuckle there. Don't do that anymore.
Exactly. But thanks very much, Dan. And this is Scott Welch. Check us over at...
No, buddy. Hold on.
Oh, my God. I forgot.
You know I always do a little surprise at the end.
Jesus.
So what you guys are going to have to do is... it's like a little hook on Looney Tunes there, right? What you guys are going to have to do is hit us up, Muscle Insider. Is it muscleinsider.com?
Yeah,
yes, it is.
Yeah,
because you guys had the hyphen there for a while.
Yeah, Guy, actually, we ended up getting the no hyphen. We used to be
That's awesome, man.
muscleinsider.com, but thanks to a very kind guy, he actually gave us the URL, and we refused.
Wow, that's awesome, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, there is good people in the bodybuilding industry still.
There are, yeah. So hit us up at Muscle Insider. Scott's going to have a post up, and I'm also going to have a blog on supplementsource.ca, and I'm going to give you guys the recipe for DOMIN8 Jello sliders.
Oh, wow. Look at that, eh? There it is.
You guys can have the recipe to make those. And, hey, listen, we want you guys to enjoy the product, you know, by mixing with water, totally normal. We don't want you dry scooping it. That doesn't make any sense at all. But Jello slider, easy way to get it down when you're going to the gym. You just, you know, suck a couple of those back and you're good to go for your workout.
Now, you are going to reveal how you made this, right?
Yes, the recipe will be up on Muscle Insider. Yep. And it'll also be up on Supplement Source.
Excellent. No, that's really cool. I like that. That's really smart. Yeah. I'd like to see that. I'd like to try that. And with Did you use collagen or what gelatin?
Just a Jello package.
So you're
Just
going to get the
one.
protein at the same time.
Yeah, yeah, oh yeah, for sure. Like we could have just used the standard collagen package, but we just went with the Jello package, and it does a great job. So, but there's a way you got to mix it. So
Awesome, liking this. Okay, this is it. Scott Welch, Muscle Insider Magazine with Dan Kennedy, supplementsource.ca. Thank you guys for checking this out. You want to dominate your workout, you got to get yourself Dominate.
free shaker, Dominate on sale, $42.99. Supplement Source. Check us out later tonight. Definitely on tomorrow.
Awesome.